Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping straight into the absolute latest, most massive updates coming out of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. If you've been following the tournament, you know that those official FIFA images playing in the background of the videos on our screens lately have been nothing short of spectacular, capturing every drop of sweat and every roaring crowd. But today, we're taking all that chaos and turning it into pure clarity. We're going to look at the dramatic triumphs on the field, the staggering entertainment being lined up off it, and the very serious administrative headlines making waves in the boardroom. We have a ton of ground to cover, so let's get right into it.
Section 1. Results on the pitch.
Okay, let's dive into this. The knockout stages have been absolutely wild. In a fiercely contested match, Belgium successfully pushed past the USA, securing their spot in the quarterfinals. Huge result there. But then, wow. The clash that completely rocked the tournament was Spain defeating Portugal. This wasn't just a game, it was a historic, heavyweight bout that sent shockwaves through the sporting world and literally reshaped the dynamics of the entire remaining bracket.
Which brings us to Section 2, End of an Era.
And man, what an era it was. Following that crushing defeat to Spain, Cristiano Ronaldo officially confirmed what so many feared. This was, in fact, his final FIFA World Cup. You know, this is one of those true where were you when you heard the news moments. We are officially closing the book on the World Cup journey of a Portuguese legend. For over a decade, his relentless drive has just been a defining feature of this global tournament, and this confirmation marks a monumental shift for the sport as a whole.
And this brilliantly illustrates why the year 2026 is so incredibly significant. This year is going to be forever etched in football history, not just as another tournament year, but as the definitive timestamp of a legacy concluding its final chapter. It marks the exact moment a generational talent steps off the World Cup stage for the very last time.
Moving right along to Section 3, the Trianda final debuts.
Now, what's really interesting about this is just how staggeringly exclusive this newly introduced equipment is. The Trianda final isn't just your standard ball for the tournament, it's the official match ball introduced by FIFA exclusively for the final 4 matches of the 2026 World Cup. Think about that for a second. Reserving a specific design solely for the climactic semifinals, the third-place playoff, and the grand finale, it completely elevates the stakes. It turns this equipment into an instant piece of sporting history, meaning the defining tournament-winning goals are going to be scored with a ball totally unique to those exact high-pressure moments.
All right, let's look off the field for Section 4, a musical extravaganza. We are talking literal global royalty for the World Cup halftime show here. Listen to this lineup. Justin Bieber, Madonna, Shakira, BTS, Burna Boy. FIFA is merging the absolute peak of athletic competition with the absolute peak of global pop culture. What makes this fundamentally different from past years is this sheer scale. This transforms a traditional 15-minute break into a standalone, record-breaking global concert. It makes the World Cup final a massive cultural phenomenon, drawing in millions of viewers who might not even follow sports just to witness a once-in-a-lifetime collaboration. But, you know, as we take in all the glamour of the halftime show and the thrill of the matches, we've got to pause and ask this very important question. What is happening off the pitch? Because away from the flashing lights and the cheering crowds, there are some very serious administrative realities unfolding behind closed doors.
Section 5. Controversies within FIFA. So the crucial point here is objectively looking at the facts emerging from our sources. FIFA President Gianni Infantino is currently making news because he faces allegations regarding his political neutrality. Now, without taking any sides whatsoever, it's just our job to note that these specific allegations against the president of the organization are a major part of the current World Cup narrative. It highlights the incredibly complex intersection where global sports administration meets international politics, a reality that deeply impacts how the global game is governed. Which leaves us with a lingering, pretty massive question. Can the pure magic of the game, the legendary players, that exclusive new Trianda final ball, those megastar pop performances, truly outshine the complex politics and governance happening behind the scenes? It's a delicate balance between a spectacular on-field showcase and the very real off-field administrative challenges. I really want you to keep that question in mind as we watch the rest of this historic 2026